Hello, welcome to Pumpkin Canine Fashions. I have paw-picked my new line of dog beds. Each one delivers bold, stylish looks that make your pup stand out from the pack. With thoughtfully designed apparel and accessories, my people bring personality and flair to every tail wag. Go ahead, treat your pup to one today. Order now at pumpkincaninefashion.com. That's pumpkincaninefashion.com.
Hello, world. This is Talkin Live, and we're glad you're tuned in, and it's all about Minnesota again.
Now, let's get ready. You are Talkin Live with Lamar Bearden.
Well, welcome back. We're glad you're tuned in, and we hope you're going to enjoy the show. We're going to try to make it the best we can. Of course, we're looking forward to doing more shows here on different subjects instead of Minnesota all the time and this and that. It don't matter. It just keeps people upset all the time to hear about Minnesota. We see these people walking around protesting with American flag and starting all this trouble with not keeping the law, breaking the law, and then turn around and carry that flag around. You got thousands of immigrants over there. They don't want to get out of the country, but yet they're walking around with an American flag. That's what gets me. These people out here with American flag flying, and they don't even know what that flag stands for. They don't know what it stands for. You know that red on there? There's a lot of blood shed for that flag. We start back in 1776, and what do we get? We got a nation that believed in the truth and justice. That's what we had as forefathers, to have that. We're 250 years old today, or I don't know exactly when today. Well, I guess getting close to 250. And we're so divided that ain't even funny. I mean, we got people whining about the Confederate, all this stuff. We got people whining about the Alamo, and we got people, not so much at Alamo, but we had a war with the Spanish-American War. I mean, all this stuff that went on during the history of the United States, and here we are, 2026. 2026. What do we have? Nothing but chaos, nothing but a bunch of crazy suckers trying to defend our enemies, trying to defend, all the things going on in Minnesota. Fraud, $9 billion worth of fraud, and everybody's blaming our president for it. There's no credit for what they've done in Minnesota. There's no credit for what they've done in New York, except one thing. And the other countries, the other states, the only credit they got is a credit to destroy this country. We got people marching like this lady got killed. She got killed because she was at the wrong place. She shouldn't have been there. All day long trying to hinder ICE from doing their job. And it got her killed. Not because ICE caused it, is because she made that decision to get out there and protest over immigrants that wouldn't pull her out of hell she was in hell. All of you people up there in Minnesota, you're protesting, and while you're protesting, while you're not working, when you're drawing a check and you're out there walking around with signs talking about get rid of ICE. Well, they should be a sign you should carry this. Take me to another country. This country is so bad. And, you know, I'm sure Donald Trump would arrange you a plane to go to Russia and a lot of these different countries that you hate. You say you hate, but it's your own country you hate. You make out like you love your country. You're worried about democracy. You're worried about the immigrants. You're worried about your state. You're worried about your stupid governor. You're worried yourself to death about things that don't matter. You're out there marching, taking a chance on getting killed. And it ain't ICE that's doing the wrong, it's you. You're protesting and breaking the law by standing in the way of our government doing its job. That's what you're doing. You're breaking the law. Oh, we got freedom of speech. We got freedom of... Yeah, but see, you're not... You're a violent group. You're a group that tries to hinder and protect the guilty and the evil people. You're not trying to help America's democracy. I get so sick of hearing all these Democratic senators and the House of Representatives talk about democracy. They're the ones that started all this stuff by letting all these people come in this country. They come here, there's people that come here to make a life for themselves. And there's people that come here to rip us off. Now Donald Trump, he wants to take on Cuba, Iceland, or wherever the crap he can go. Greenland, he'll be after Iceland next. But he's after Greenland. He's after Cuba, which I wish he would. But it's going to cause conflict with Russia. He's after Venezuela. Get Venezuela out of the way. Get finished with Venezuela. Go to Cuba. Go wherever you want, but finish up what you start. And these people over in Iran, I got a show I did from Iran via virtually from a guy over in Iran. I don't know where he's at now. He wasn't talking about his government. He was just talking about, he was a rapper and all that. If you're watching out there, which I think your internet's been cut off, you can't watch. But he was talking about doing rap, and he was a doctor, and he was talking about all this stuff, and he got all confused of what I was saying because of the hillbilly language, and I don't know. But anyway, he requested me not to play it, but I think I might on account of all this stuff going on around. But we're not supposed to try to take on the world at one time. Get off of your high horse, Donald Trump. Humble yourself down before the people, and you may have more respect. But as long as you think you're above everything, and I'm for you. I'm for what you do. I'm for a lot of things you do, but it's your arrogance. It make me sick. I don't like what you're doing with your arrogance. Putting your name on the Kennedy Center, your name don't belong on there. Now, I called in a local show the other night, I think it was Thursday night. There was a guy running for Marjorie Greene's spot, and I was telling about what I thought about Venezuela. I was talking about Donald Trump, and he's crazy over Donald Trump, and he started making jokes about Venezuela. Now this guy's running for House of Representatives. Marjorie Greene, he's trying to get her. The man started making fun of me because I was telling the host on there that I knew a lot, and I did back in 2000. In 2000, I think it was 12 before Mandora took over. I was dealing with the oil companies over there. I got invited to go over there, and I don't care whether you believe me or not. See, I'm not trying to please you anyway. I'm trying to talk about the facts and the truth. If the truth don't jive with you, turn me off. People say, well, you got that show, you ain't doing no good. I mean, what good are you doing? I don't know what good I'm doing. I'm doing some kind of good because people watch me. From 3 years ago, I started this. I've always had a YouTube channel, but I never did work it. Well, 3 years ago, I started working it, and now I'm up to 800,000 views. Ain't that a good reason to advertise here? But anyway, the guy that started making fun, I said, well, Venezuela, I think it's a good deal, but and I said, I like Donald Trump, and I don't like the idea that he wanted to put his name on the Kennedy Center, because Kennedy Center is all about John Kennedy, not Donald Trump. That's the way I see it. I mean, I give credit to where credit's due. And so the guy starts making fun of me, and I start talking about people that I know in China, Taiwan, Russia, and all these people I know, and different cultures. And the host was making signs at him because I noticed the way it looked. And he got funny. He got to be a comedian instead of a politician. He become a comedian, and he was supposed to be a politician talking serious about Venezuela and the Kennedy Center. I was serious. I'm still serious. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. And for today, I mean what I say, and tomorrow I mean what I say, because that's the way I am, see. Do you want a host on there that comes on and just oh yes, yeah, the master? Do you want somebody on there? Or do you want somebody to stand up for what's right? Do you want to back somebody that will stand with you for the right? Or do you want somebody that won't do nothing but make fun of you? I'm a serious person. If I had time and I wasn't so old, I'd run for Marjorie Greene's place. I would. I get qualified. I ain't got no criminal record. Of course, nowadays you can be a bank robber or Muslim or Somalian, or you can be anything you want now and get into office now. That's what's wrong with Minnesota right now, that anything that could go in there, they let it in. And everybody's up there defending it, calling themselves Americans. I'm going to tell you something. If there's a sheriff here in this town and he was coming down the road, and trying to run over me, or vice versa, what I'm trying to get at, or I was trying to run over him and he pulled a gun out and shot me, what would you say? Would you say he was justified or he wasn't justified? Because he was trying to uphold the law. See, law to the Democrats is not a law. It's breaking the Constitution. The people that are in Somalia stealing America's, Minnesota, the Somalians are stealing America's tax dollars. Even the governor up there is an idiot. He's a part of it, or he's so stupid to understand it, to know about it. I know one guy, I talked to him, but he was a mayor, and I asked him about a building being tore out, and he was right up under his nose. He didn't even know nothing about it. That's what's wrong with a lot of the politicians. It's happening right under their nose, and they don't know nothing about it. That's what happened in Minnesota. Or they turned their head and said, let it go, man. Let it go. As many times I've been on this TV, I've said what I feel and what I believe in. When I was building this station, the guy building it told me, you got to do this and you got to do that. You can't offend nobody. Well, the truth always did offend somebody. Now, they're worried about this woman that got killed, which is a sad thing. But they don't worry about and I have to say this, they don't worry about the babies that are murdered every day. They don't say a word about that. They don't say a word about the hungry people that are sitting on the street. Most of those people that are protesting have a job and laid out of work just to do that. And if I was an employer, I'd fire them. Most of those people are getting a free ride, too. I don't know how many, but it's quite a bit because somewhere $9 billion disappeared. Now, you take the treasurer, the guy that sold the treasurer to bring the interest rates down. I seen where they're going to try to get him for fraud. He don't look like the kind of guy who would do that, but he can be that kind of guy. To me, he don't have the spirit of a person that would go and defraud government. So I think it's a bad mistake, but I'm not in charge of it. But sometimes looks and actions are deceiving. And you people in Minnesota, you see what you want to see. You don't see what it is. You're not the kind of person that does your research. You listen to the radio or the media, and you make your decision. Now, I seen a video, and you seen that man just murder that woman. That's what you seen. But I seen him get hit with a car, and he pull out a gun and shoot her. What if she had run over him and killed him? That would have been a glorious thing, wouldn't it, to you people up there? With no law, there's no possible way you can exist with no law. You know why people don't rob a bank? A lot of people, because there's a consequences. If they thought they would, which people do, rob banks and they think they get away with it. And very seldom they do. Very seldom. But that's the way it is up in Minnesota. They done what they done because they got that idiot for a governor up there. And they're doing what they can do, get away with, because they feel like he can watch over them and protect them. And you marching on that street and hindering these ISIS agents to pick up the people that don't belong here in the United States, and you're defending the crookeds and the evil people that took you to cleaners, and you vote in Mandami over in New York after his religion, his way of religion or agenda is the same as the people that flew those planes into the tower and killed all them people. And the ones that went out, the people who was on the scene after it happened that died with cancer and all this and still died. And you voted a man like that in. It wasn't because you thought he was a good man. It's because you was looking for a free ride. I'm going to tell you something about New York. It's a high-price city. And if you ain't got the money, don't live there. Get out. Leave. If you can't afford, don't wait on the government to take care of you. That's what's wrong with you people over there in Minnesota and a lot of people in the United States. They want the government to take care of them because they're too sorry to take care of themselves. Somebody told me, well, I cook for myself, but I don't cook for nobody else because stupid reasons I'm not going to say. It didn't make sense. I'm going to start doing more shows, I hope, and we can get going. Of course, when we have a commercial, we have to spend time editing all the things we do. Here, we got a lot of things coming up. We have a lot of cable companies going to hook us up, and we're going to be spread out more and more. Now, that's the plan. But I will do it. See, when you start something, finish it. But if it's wrong, back off. Don't try to push something on somebody that don't want it. It's like women, they're always right. Not all of them. They're not all that way. Don't get me wrong. If you done one thing wrong and they done 1,000 things wrong, they're pointing their finger at you and saying you're the cause of this. I think all of them women up there, and they ain't got no, there's so many up there in Washington don't have no balls. Them guys in the Congress and the Senate, they don't have no balls. The judges and the ones that fight against Trump, they ain't got no balls. So maybe they're not men at all. Maybe they done had them removed because there's so many of them that don't have no balls. Now, you can have balls and stand up for the wrong thing, and you think it's something great. But it takes balls to stand up for what is right, what is honest, what is truth. It takes balls. Tony Montana, he said he had his word and he had balls and he didn't break them for nobody. Scarface, you remember? It takes somebody that don't break their balls and don't break the word. I want to say this to you, Donald Trump. I'd vote for you again if you don't get worse. But I'm going to tell you something, son. You're the best we had. If we didn't have you, we'd been, wow, we would have been in a worse shape we ever been in our life. We're already pretty bad. And the reason Donald Trump ain't got nothing done like you people want it is because you're too busy protesting. You judges are going against him for everything he wants to do. You're blocking everything he wants to do. I know everything he does ain't perfect, but he's got balls. You don't. You Democrats don't have balls. If Russia wanted to come take this country over, you Democrats would say, well, this is when you want to do it. And the only reason you would go against it because you'd be afraid you lose your little, well, what do you want to call it? Free ride. They pay you all this money our taxpayers do, and I do, for you to destroy a country. And I want to talk about the blood that men have shed from 1776 to right now. And you know, a soldier that has lost his limbs, you know, I seen a veteran, World War II, crying. I went over there, I put my life on the line. I saw my fellow Americans get blowed up. I saw all them dying. And look here what's going on in America today. We died for nothing. God bless you.
The views and opinions expressed on all Talkin Live Show presentations are those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Talkin Live TV broadcast studio, EPB Fiber Optics, or by this network or its management.
Before drones and digital streams, there were boots on the ground and cameras in the wild. Every Saturday evening starting at 5 p.m., journey back with the pioneers who filmed nature's first close-up shots. Real explorers, timeless stories that bring the beauty and wonder of the natural world into your home. All evening long, every Saturday. Watch Echoes of the Wild, only on Timeless Classics TV.